Okay, 2:20 in the morning, all loaded up. Let's go to Florida. Ended up driving 6 hours straight and then had to stop for gas and breakfast. We've done this trip to Florida a lot. We like to leave at night so that the baby can sleep. We have snacks, we have our water, we even have our pee bucket that we can pee into so we don't have to stop. On the way down, we usually like to stop in North Carolina or somewhere halfway. We slept at a friend's house this time. Thank you so much, Bessel family, for hosting us. Yeah, it's a bit tough on the parents to be driving in the middle of the night, but it's so much better for the kids to just sleep and not having screaming kids, They go to sleep, and then they wake up and we're almost
So how
there.
was that, guys? Another 10 hours in the car. Was that a good 10 hours?
No. I'd say it's better
How'd
than
you do,
yesterday.
baby?
I slept through about...
Yeah, you slept almost everything. Left at 2 a.m., and other than gas, didn't really stop.
Because I went through twice. I fell asleep every time.
So we got to Florida. This is northern Florida. We stopped at this Ponce de Leon Springs State Park. We really love this park. It's only $6 to get your whole family in or a carload in. And they have this Pancake house. I'm sure it's the only state park with a pancake house in the country. But yeah, also there's this great spring that we're going to dive into later. You can rent boats, lots to do. There's hiking to go around, really see the natural Florida. But really the highlight is the Pancake house. We stopped here maybe 3 years ago with the extended family. $10 all you can eat pancakes, and the kids are a little cheaper, and you make it yourself. They give you a hot griddle. We also cook up some eggs. You can get toppings for like $3 extra for blueberries, chocolate, peanut butter, whatever you want to put in your pancakes. And they have different batters. So we had the white chocolate raspberry batter in that red one, and then just regular buttermilk pancakes in that blue container. But just a good time and a good experience for the whole family. So after breakfast, we went out towards the spring. There's a lot of springs. Oh yeah, and the kids caught this lizard. There's a lot of springs in Florida. I think we visited 3 of them on this week-long trip to Florida. And yeah, what's great about the springs is super clear water, and the water is the same temperature all year round. So it was cool. We dove down. We could snorkel and see these turtles that are, I don't know, they always seem to be there. And then we did some jumping. And just had a good time, a good break before we headed out 2 more hours down south to where we're staying in Florida. Oh, we stopped by another spring, actually, Blue Spring State Park. We heard it's Manatee breeding season. We've been in this state park before where they actually make a natural lazy river out of it, which is pretty cool, but seeing the manatees was cool. You can't swim with the manatees, so you can't swim during breeding season, but checking this park out, just for the lazy river experience, renting a tube, that's really cool. But seeing the manatees up close is pretty cool too. We saw a ton of Plecos, ton of, I think that's tilapia breeding right there. And yeah, just a good time. I would definitely check out this spring. All the springs in Florida are pretty cool. They're kind of all in northern Florida. So from Orlando, you got to drive up an hour or so. So coming down from New Jersey, it was a good idea to just stop down and check it out. Also cool is we saw these armadillos. Every time we come here, which is probably a 3rd time we see an armadillo. We saw 2 this time. So I don't know, they're neat creatures, the little armored rats. So that was cool. So definitely recommend the springs, just $6 to get into Florida state parks. Very well worth it. So after the springs, we got finally to our rental in Davenport, Florida, about like 20 minutes from Orlando, Central Florida. And we rented this 4-bedroom, 4-bath for only $370 for the week. It was one of our nicer. We use Armed Forces Vacations Clubs, AFV Club. It's good for any military or DoD civilians, retired too. We love them because, we can get these big stays for so cheap, like less than $50 a night for 4 bedrooms. That's insane. And we invite the extended family. Her parents came, my parents came. We had a good time. So the first full day, we went to the showcase of citrus, and it was only 20 minutes away from our hotel. I think 30 minutes outside of Orlando. We found the Groupon. I think it was like $20 a person to take this cool monster truck school bus safari ride. And we got like a $20 bucket of feed, and we could feed like the camels, feed the cows, feed the ostriches. It's kind of a wild thing. It was our first time doing this. I would recommend it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was about an hour tour. Got to see the orange groves because they do grow oranges there. Unfortunately, due to the hurricane and just other things, we weren't able to pick any. oranges, but saw all the cool animals, and it was just kind of a cool experience. My 3-year-old loves trucks and was thrilled to be on a monster truck, so that was very cool. They also have a lot of animals on site, so you don't even have to pay for anything. You can just show up and just enjoy the petting zoo, and they also have drinks you can buy, natural Florida orange juice slushies, which was actually pretty good. But the pigs are so cute. We spend a lot of time with these pigs, and wild chickens floating around. Just a lot to do, and it was just a good experience, especially if you have young kids or a mixed crowd with elderly folks. This was a nice low-pace family activity to do that didn't cost too much money. Just went on Groupon, $20 a person for those tickets, and had a good experience. Largest rabbits in the world right there. And they had a nice playground, a lot of nice little things to do throughout the thing. So yeah, I would recommend this place, Showcase of Citrus. There's that orange juice slushy I talked about. They didn't actually add too much sweet in there, so it was like pure orange juice, and it was pretty good. And yeah, we had a good time there, spent most of the morning there. So everyone always asks, like, why we drove. So our parents, the grandparents, they all flew in. We drove because we have 5 kids. So that's, 5 extra plane tickets, total of 6 plane tickets we'd have to pay for. And then also we had to carry like 6 car seats, arrange a big enough rental for all of our family. So we just find it simpler and cheaper. And I like the long drives. I listen to a good audiobook. We're going to have more tips for you at the end on a return trip where we do it all in one shot. 24 hours. We do that 17-hour drive with a stop at a friend's house, but we didn't sleep anywhere. We just drove.
Here, Kaden.
So on our way back home, we stopped by a nice Latin supermarket, picked up some food. The kids had earlier set up some fish traps and caught some fish. That was one of their main objectives to coming to Florida, was getting some fish. And then we enjoyed the water park that's included with our stay at this Villas at Regal Palms where we're staying. Really nice, actually. It was, great lazy river, great hot tub experience. So next morning, we got the kids up early to travel an hour and a half to Sarasota, Florida, West Coast Florida, where I attended the Unconference, a conference for like speakers, YouTubers, podcasters, entrepreneurs in general. This is our hotel suite in the Hilton Suites, or is it Embassy Suites, Hilton. Pretty nice room. It's a king-size bed. And we got our sleepers over here on a pull-out sofa, sleeping away. Snoozers. Not you, baby. You awake. You guys have a good sleep? Yeah, so we managed to stuff all the kids into that hotel room. I had a good time. The kids, explored on their own Sarasota while I attended the conference. We ended the conference actually at the Gulf of America and saw the sunset there, which was kind of cool. Seeing these jumping mullet. It was a cool experience and a good conference. Helped me make my decision to resign from federal service after 13 years. Anyway, I'm going to make more videos on that if you want to check out, being a stay-at-home family and living off our rental income. But anyway, we returned back to our home base in Davenport and then went to Wild Flora, about an hour south of Orlando. And we got a Groupon. I think it was around $9 a person. I think we paid a little more for including lunch. But yeah, check out Groupons. Those are pretty good. And yeah, we've been here maybe 3 times now. Every time we come to Florida, we'd like to check out Wild Florida because they have such cool experiences. We get to feed crocodiles, get experiences looking at alligators and all these other types of animals too. It's pretty cool. We like it, and we especially like the bird sanctuary where you get to feed the birds. They can hop all over you. You'll see that in a second. But I think it's one of the coolest things we do in Florida, and the kids always have a good time, and I have a good time, and yeah, it's pretty wild, pretty cool. Wild Florida. Definitely check it out. Yeah, we've yet to check out Walt Disney World in Florida. We did take the kids to Disney when we spent our year in Japan, so you can see a video on that if you want. But in Florida, the 7 or 8 times we've come with the kids, we've still never gone to Disney World. We just don't, I don't know, it's expensive. We don't think they'd appreciate it yet. I mean, Valen's probably at the age, but the younger ones, I don't know, they wouldn't last. And there's so much other things to do in Florida. Our kids, love fishing, so we spend a lot of time doing fishing. Unfortunately, didn't catch too much, but like things like this, you know, you get and especially in the middle of February to experience 80-degree weather where we're swimming all the time and escaping. You know, the day after we came back from Florida, we actually went skiing in New Jersey. But so just that time or that difference in climate is extraordinary. And experiencing 80 degrees days in February was such a thrill. And we had, I don't know, we lucked out with all this weather. Oh, check out this warthog, Pumbaa right there, pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a warthog in person, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, Wild Florida, cool place. I definitely recommend it. Next morning, went on a 10-mile run around Florida. It was nice to get sweaty again, 80-degree weather. And then afterwards for lunch, we hit up a buffet, and then we went to Waikiwa Springs, just an hour north of Orlando. $6 a car again for all these state parks. This one was the first time we ever went. It was really nice, really clear water, really good like swimming hole here. And yeah, you could go kayaking too. But what was cool about this one is it had like an underground cave. You could go like 20 feet deep down there, and there's a tunnel, a horizontal tunnel you can go down. And then we saw all these Plecos too, swimming up and down. Plecos are like armored catfish. My kids are enamored by them, but they were pretty cool to kind of see. So that was that day. And then next day we went to Lake Louisa State Park.
Look at this trail.
Oh yeah, check out these cool little lizards that are behind the sign. Yeah, main reason I wanted to come here was just for the boys. You know, they wanted to do a lot of fishing or bring back a lot of Florida fish. They're really into this YouTube channel all about sewer fishing in Florida. And so I think they were a little disappointed. We only managed to catch like 3 little tiny like minnows, which we did end up bringing all the way back home to New Jersey. Yeah, we actually also brought home a bicycle that I found on Marketplace and just picked up in Florida. But it was the perfect thing I've been looking for a while. Oh, that's us celebrating my son's 8th birthday. But yeah, this bike is perfect for my son. You know, he's going to be able to keep up with us on a 360-mile bikepacking trip across the Erie Canal that we're planning for this summer.
Okay, we're all packed out and we're getting out of Florida. Before we do, we're going to do one last jump in the pool at the resort here. But yes, it's coming. We got a bicycle, and that's here. We got our snacks ready to go over here. Some grapes, chips. We got some games ready to go. Hey guys, don't dig through the games just yet. Alvin, buckle in. And then Alvin has in front of him a bucket full of fish. What do you think about that, Alvin?
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna put my feet down.
Yeah, I don't know either. This is a 17-hour drive, and we're not gonna be too comfy here. But are you guys excited?
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. You ready to do this?
Ready to do it.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go to the
17 hours.
It's 8:40 a.m. Driving about 12 hours now. We got some wakers. Kaylee's playing with Play-Doh. Caden's eating an apple. And Kayori was eating a bunch of grapes. And we got still 2 sleepers back there. 12 hours down. What do we have to go? Like six more to go. But doing pretty good. Yeah, switched around 6 a.m. With the second shift. Got 2 hours of sleep. I might try to snooze a little bit more. Okay, Alvin just gave the fish status report. He says 2 are still swimming around, and he thinks all of them are alive. What are you doing, Kayori? Yeah, you got the color changing putty. So we got a lot of toys here for the kids.
Once I remember
Yeah, that's why we saved the putty for daytime. Kaylee is drawing something. We're gonna play some Pictionary, right, Kaylee? And yeah, so drinking some Celsius. I drank a whole one to keep me up from 8 p.m. when I started driving all the way to 6 a.m. And somebody's listening to an audiobook. I was listening to an audiobook too. That's the main method for keeping awake, just getting a good page turner. Yeah, and lots of snacks. We got apples, Oreos, Nutty Butters, Doritos, Cliff Bars, baby snacks, and we're about to head to Golden Corral. And then later, I think it's gonna be Chuck E. Cheese, because today is Alvin's birthday. Actually, Chuck E. Cheese is a good tactic on road trips. We have the Fun Pass, so that's $12 a month, and
you get to play 100 games every single day. So, and Chuck E. Cheese's are everywhere. So it's a good way to break up a long drive day. Well, we made it 24 hours after we left Florida, after our swim. Come back to ice. Yeah, a lot of stops. Chuck E. Cheese, friend's house, Gettysburg. But yeah, good time. This is just surprising that we're on ice, still in shorts here. Time to unload.
There's ice all over the driveway.
Yeah. And that was our trip. Please consider subscribing. Please like the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Godspeed, everyone.